आई होप आप सब वेलकम गाइस, वेलकम। आपका स्वागत है आपको लाइव ज्वाइन करने के लिए। कहाँ से आप कमेंट करिए, एक लाइक कीजिए जो भी ज्वाइन किए हैं अभी अभी। एक आपने ज्वाइन किया, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मेरे फिर से चले गए। It is the quantitative process. It is the process of the selection organization of the information in the meaningful way. Perception is the giving information to the environment. Features of the perception. It is the cognitive process. It is the different from the individual to individual. It is developed through the educating and express. It is the basis on the individual behavior. Perception process, external simulation, perception selection, perception organizational. Factor effective influence perception, factor in a perceiver, factor in a target, factor in a saturation. Perceiver effect or the factor or influence perception factor. Different individual may have different perception regarding to any object for one में। आपका स्वागत है भाई, 2 लोग ज्वाइन किए हो, जरा लाइक भी कर दीजिए प्लीज। हिट द लाइक बटन ऑफ माय चैनल, इट्स हेल्प मी टू बूस्ट माय लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग गाइस। क्या हाल आदाब। Behavior theory. A theory describes how individuals actually make decisions. Behavior theory. The theory describes how individuals actually make decisions. It means behavior theory describes how individuals actually make the decision. This theory provides guidelines to decision maker about the approach decision saturation, how to improve individual decision making. How to improve individual decision making. Increase the information input, proper communication, change personal habit, calculate risk. How to individual decision making. Do you know? Increase information input, proper communication, change personal habit. Learning concept and the significance of the learning factor influence the learning and the perception. Concept of learning. It is the process of the permanent change in the behavior due to the certain knowledge, past experience, practical to certain knowledge. It is the process of the permanent change in the behavior. It is the learning. It is the process of the permanent change in the behavior due to the certain knowledge, past experience, particular due to which we gain. Learning is a continuous process which is learned from the family, friends, school, which help us to adapt with the changing environment. Please like our live streaming guys. Can you help by just click one like button? It is the learning is the continuous process. We learn from the family, friend, school, which help to adapt with the changing environment. Significance of the learning change in behavior. Significance of the learning change in behavior. Manage the workforce diversity, adaptation of the technology. Employee are the made familiar with the technology which is possible through the learning. Change in behavior. Change in behavior. Learning help to manage and subordinate to modify their behavior on the basis of the theory. Managing in workforce diversity. Learning help to provide knowledge about the organization culture through the education which help to develop the cooperation understanding among the division diversity workforce. Manage the workforce diversity adaptation of the technology. Employee are made familiar with the technology which is possible through the learning. Understand human behavior. Learning help to develop the technology, human relation, and the concept skill of the manager. Human resource development. Learning facility to develop the skill and the one only one my loyal लाइव स्ट्रीमर है ये आदमी कभी भी मेरा लाइव स्ट्रीम देखता है पता नहीं कौन है कमेंट नहीं करता मेरे को पता है छुप छुप के लाइव देखते हो तुम हमारी लाइक भी नहीं करते क्या बात है जरा बताओ हमें शायद कमेंट भी नहीं आता इनका टॉप चैट अरे भाई मोबाइल फूट गया मेरा तो अरे 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 at least 1 minute of the video needed to start highlight one. Welcome guys, second person join our channel. आपका मोरी मोरी धन्यवाद भाई एक एक लाइक और एक एक कमेंट कीजिए जरा हम भी देखें कौन लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग देख रहा है जरा लाइव को शेयर करो adaptation of the technology understand human behavior human resource development increase the employment performance of the learning increase the employee performance human resource development understand human behavior learning technology human relation and the soft skill of the manager human resource development learning facility develop skill फिर से आ गए आपका दो हाथ जोड़ के भाई थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू understand the human behavior learning help to develop technology human relation and the concept skill to help manage human resource and learning facility to develop the skill and potentially increase the employment performance learning is important means the developing employees performance it help to develop skill knowledge and loyalty of the employees significance of the learning change in behavior manage workforce diversity adaptation of the technology understand human behavior human resource development increase the employment power employee performance factor influence the learning psychological factor influence learning psychological factor these factor involve all the physical condition and the mental ability of the person social factor encourage or the discourage the learning process environmental factor this factor involves the light temperature noise for it become the difficult for the individual to learning their exercise holding psychological factor this factor involve the in mode of the first perception principle of learning curve is fact learning principle of the learning Age factor learning. Age affect the learning according to people. Yeah, age of the people learn quickly uh, and the early where if age goes on increasing mental ability and the memory decrease. Age affect the principle of the learning curve. Age affect the learning according to the principle. At the young age people learn quick and easy, where if age is going increase mental ability and the memory decrease. Principle of the activity. Principle of active involvement. According to the principle, when people give full of the physical and mental constancy in the learning process, can be able to understand the basic concept of the subject matter. According to the principle, when people gives full of physical and mental constant of the learning. Principle of the discrimination. The principle states that when the manager makes the difference between idea and learning, so the given more important to the learning employee. Principle of the motivation. Principle of the motivation. According to the principle, manager can be motivate employee, provide internal and the external reward. Principle of the punishment. Management can be encouraged learning in the organization in introduce reward and the punishment practical among the subordinate. Principle of the learning. Principle of learning curve. Principle of the activity involvement. Principle of the discrimination. Principle of the motivation. Principle of the punishment. Personality concept. Determination of the individual personality. Big five. Personality concept. Personality refers to the character of the individual, which involve the physical character and mental character and the emotional stage of the mind. It helps to understand and the describe the individual personality. Involve the sum of the total two of the internal and external trait of the an individual, people and the environment. Feature of the personality. It deals with the whole person, not a part of the person. It influences the behavior of an individual. It is the part in the bone of and the party develop. Personality refers to the character of the individual, which involve physical character, mental character and the emotional stage of the mind. Personality refers to the character of the individual, which involve the physical character, mental character and the emotional stage of the mind. देख ही नहीं रहा बोला अरे 13 मिनट हो गए भाई पढ़ते पढ़ते. Determination of the personality. Biological factor. It include the following factor: environmental factor, social. Determination of the personality. Biological factor, environmental factor, saturation factor, economical factor. Big five. Personality. Extroversional, introversional. Emotional stage. Major personality attribute influence the OBE. It refers to an individual brief about any event happen within the control or not his control. It is the classified into make a five. तेरी हाल चाल दोस्तों क्या हाल चाल आदाब राम राम भाई राम राम लोग तेरी which refers to an individual brief about an event happening within his control or out his control. Classified into internal local control, external local control, self-estimated. Structure of the organization structure is the considered with the development of the position from the top level management to the subordinate level of the management. Organizational structure is considered with the developing of the hiring the position, the top level management to subordinate level of the management. It involves the creation of the different department and the selection on the basis of the nature work. It's focus on division of the work. The types of organization structure depend upon the nature, size of the enterprise. Foundation organized structure is considered with the development of the hiring the position from top level management. Foundation and element of an organization structure work specialization is considered within the division of work specialization. It is considered with the division of the work employee foundation element of the organization work specialization. It is considered with the division of the work to the employee based on their enterprise as far as possible. Each individual employee should be give specific work on the basis of the ability, skill, and efficiency. Departmentalization is the process of the logical grouping and the formation to manageable unit of the purpose of the overall of an organizational resource. Chain of the command. This principle implies the unbroken line automatic from the top level to the lower level of the position span of the control. It is emphasized that there should be limited number of the subordinate under the supervisor so that work can be efficiency controlled. Centralization and decentralization. Centralization means the reserve decision making authority at the top level management. Similar decentralization means the provide decision making authority at the subordinate level. Concept and method of the job design concept. It is the logical breakdown of the complex word into the small manageable unit. It is the process of the determination of the individual work related responsibility. It is also helpful to maintain the formal among the individual of that the organization can perform that work efficiently for the common objective. Method concept job design job. It is the logical breakdown of the complex work into the small managerial unit. It is the process of the determining the individual work related in the response. It is help to maintain formal relation among the individuals so that they can perform that work efficiently for achieve the common objective. Method and techniques of the job design. Job design. It is the process of the dividing the task of organization into small component part and each job interest to the capable employee. Job rotation. It is the job rotation implies the movement of the employee from the one to another. In job rotation, employee perform the method and techniques of the job design. Job specialization, job rotation, job enlargement. It is the process of the horizontal expanding the task assigned to the give the job. छोड़ दे, मेरे कार्य